Where were our movie ideas?
But
Oh, I think the drills have started. They're always magically there whenever you're trying to think or do something. So you're on a project right now. So I'm trying to like grab a little farley.
yeah,
Infiltrating the
in the middle of
Infiltrators was a
something,
movie
but
idea, and then we were gonna look at stuff. Okay, let's not be vain. We're mediocre. We're good looking enough. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're looking at sovereign citizen is barricading streets in Portland, Oregon. Inexplicably, hundreds are supporting him. So we're kind of going over what is this sovereign citizen stuff. Here we have Salish Skagit Quabacabs Tribal Republic et al. Versus Bank of New York Mellon in Michael Mossman's court. He's a funny judge. I had a little experience with him where he basically got jealous of how beautiful Ben was, kicked Ben out of the courtroom, but allowed me to come back, and then acted like the dominant alpha male that was sort of like, let me get rid of your little boyfriend. And I can be the alpha. I'm the best looking guy in the room now. He had this like super domineering, like sultry male anger energy. And this is all when like they were gonna try to. Basically, it's because I pulled out a laptop, and then they were trying to like be anti-computer, which not all courts are anti-computer. And Ben was like, "No, no, don't touch my girl," and he went into like "don't touch my girl" mode. And then the U.S. Marshals, thank God they didn't pull out a taser like they would on the Bundy lawyer who just died. What was his name? Mumford. Okay, so I'm kind of multitasking and putting this into this, but so talk about Farley. No, don't talk. Don't tell anything. No, keep mum's the word. Sorry.
I was kind of dragged into this video. But...
Yeah, you're dragged. Okay. This is just a trophy video to prove that I might have been here at one point in time. This is actually, this is a shot, no. Well, what have we been talking about this morning? We have a lot of business things to deal with.
Well, I've been reading Laura Covid's thesis.
Oh yeah, we've got this open here. Okay, that's next. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about that? What did you find? You found the victim. What was that victim thing?
I now forgot the word.
Yeah, fabling. The fable of the
and the victory fable. Mm. And she kind of portrays her thesis in the light of a cinematic experience. Mm-hmm. It's while contrasting real events that have happened, but she's also on the reverse side of the Patriots, or the opposite side from her perspective, in that really there's a section about trolls. She's outlining the tactics that supposedly the right-wingers were using in the Portland, Pacific Northwest protests, but really she's kind of signaling her own side because they're doing the exact same thing. It's kind of like a handbook. Laura Covid's thesis is more like a handbook for how to be a militant protester.
So can we get to the point? Am I allowed to have a crush on Laura Jadid? Ideologically, is she a suitable partner for me to have a bisexual crush on?
Ideologically,
or a trans
I wouldn't recommend it if she wasn't so ideologically driven. She is smart, so maybe she can shake, and maybe she's just doing it because she knows that it will attract a viewership or an audience, or she just wants to drive engagements, which is why she picks these.
She might be totally hetero too, so I don't mean to like miss gaydar her. Miss gaydar her?
Well, I don't want to miss original gender her because
miss ungender her.
Well, I don't know. In today's climate, who's to suspect? She doesn't have.
Can we even
there's
say
no she,
a pronoun?
hers on the profile.
And like I realized,
voice.
Sometimes there's the situation that does arise when my attraction level for someone is so intense that I have difficulty maintaining my professional boundaries. Oh, we were gonna do an "Is this sexual harassment?" tutorial. Like, is this sexual harassment? Or like, I'm not Joe Bidening you, am I? Right now, I'm not like breathing down your neck, like, or like breathing your breathing your hair.
Well, I find every touch from you to be consensual. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think you can technically Joe Biden me.
Okay. Anyway, so back to right now. I'm gonna copy Laura Jadid's front range objectivism. What is that? Front range of I'm just gonna call it Laura Jadid's parents Ayn Rand group. Group. That's nice. I don't say cult, but we've been kind of like touching on what is Ayn Rand, which somebody had called it a crazy, wacky leftist thing, and I'm like, no, 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 hold on, it's kind of the opposite. It's more of like a crazy, almost libertarian concern. I don't know. The Ayn Rand people can explain themselves. It's not my job to explain what they need. Oh, and then we've been dealing with this fabulous scandal we've got the riot cop. I was kind of re-upping on riot cops deal. Alex Lilly reading the Tumblr and attempts to censor him, and the Antifas, and basically he's alleged to give a woman a brain injury and pled out to something. Okay, and then Sol Luna. No, you got to check this footage. There's this other scandal of this guy slashing tires of his girlfriend or something. They like literally catch him in the act, and then she has these like bruises on her face. So real Farasti lady is in a fight with Ali Yazd, and I think real Frosty lady is hating on Mariah Macaroni. Oh, used to be Mariah. What was it? Mimosa Mariah. Now it's Antifa cult leader. So evidently the black activist is taking over Antifa, and Antifa's not really reacting well to the top-down hierarchy of leadership.
Well, they've taken over the Black Lives Matter.
It's only fair that Antifa ceded over.
It's more of like a swapping for the moment.
Speaking of crushes, I mean, Mariah is like at the level of like stardom. Like she should be getting a Golden Globe. And I hate to have, and I have not even mentioned her beauty online because I don't want to be that creepy lesbian harasser.
Well, she's, elegant and beautiful in so many different ways, and she has enough spunk and passion to call out the
everyone. Corey Elliott, who accused her of using the race and gender card, and I was like, what?
I'm fanboying over Mariah.
Oh, we are definitely. And so what I was pointing out to Farley was that now we're it's not enough to hate on a black woman because Antifa is like just taking down black person after black person after black person in the Portland Northwest racist version of Antifa. Apologies to other Antifas out there that are not racist, but Portland Northwest has like kind of a.
I think BIPOC is more of an exclusionary term in that it separates a sect of people of color.
It's racialist to use
Laura's. Those who are without are not necessarily in their echo chamber.
So they're hating on this Jewish woman who called out a sex worker for having a white supremacist affiliation or friends or dropping that hand gesture I find so offensive. And that hand gesture, so the Jewish woman who calls out, and supposedly the Antifas are actually apologists for the white supremacist affiliated sex worker because they're so into their sex work activism that this other sex worker who's Jewish is then being hated on by the other Jewish lady who's a real frost lady. So Ali Yazd. And Mariah, Frostifa, she's got multi-Frosty accounts, but like Mariah includes a tweet of hers, and then that becomes this justification of like, oh, you retweeted with a comment. And I'm like, not only are they hating on a black woman, they're also now hating on a Jewish woman. And that way they can be like doubly the racistness.
Well, I mean, but how dare they go against their, here these white people, these white activists are leading a movement for them. They should want, these white people should be able to control the narrative, right?
Right.
Apparently.
Right, and then Neck Brace, which is Hale Bop. She's one of Jeva Snack Fan, the sexual abusing snack fan dork.
Snack fan, artist.
Oh yeah, and evidently you can't even say the R word, the RAPE word on Twitter anymore. People are getting scared to say that because they're afraid they can get their account suspended.
But how can you call out an R word if you can't even speak their?
Well, I was there in 2012 when we were fighting over this very issue, and that's kind of where my historical account I don't want to lose, and I accept the fact I have less free speech than I used to, but So Neck Brace is calling out Real Frosty Lady. Like, what the fuck is your, sorry, excuse the cursing, WTF is your problem? You act like these people owe you something. We don't effing know you, and you're posting our black leaders to all your Chud followers. WTF. So this Frost lady blocked me, and I've like never interacted with her. But I'm like okay with it. And look at what she says. Okay, she's like, I've also met Black Rebel. I didn't go well. Thanks also, I've been in the presence of Mariah as well. I was not comparing them at all. You said that all black people need to be respected, and I gave you an example of a black man that we definitely shouldn't respect. And she has a whole series.
But I thought all Black lives mattered to them. So you're saying that some of them don't, like people who are conservatives don't, like Black
this
Rebel?
is just, I was getting.
That's racist.
Well, and it's almost like, well, that's the difference between a worldview of, do you show dignity to all humans?
Well,
all humans.
And no wonder she blocks a
yeah.
a black woman, because she's actively saying racist things and getting called out by you know.
Look, only one person retweeted that, and that's me, because evidently racist Antifa has decided a Jewish woman is not allowed to have an opinion either. Disgusting. Oh, and she's, I don't know what her thing is. It's almost like, anyway, this is Portland, and what else bars?
I'm doing something.
You're doing nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong.
I just have to check on.
So something you're dealing with your tech stuff. Okay, sorry. Oh, and so his name is Sol Luna. He goes by Sol Luna or DeAndre. Assault footage. Portland. Assault footage. Portland protests / riots. I hate saying domestic. I hate saying that. Ooh, so annoying. Domestic battery, domestic assault, domestic terrorism, whatever. Ugh. Because to me, it becomes a subcategory of abuse, is that people constantly minimize abuse of women, or, oh, she's your girlfriend. It gives it, oh, wow. So then there's this Queen X Raven thing. Oh, yeah, and Beta Cuck for Life, who is now Beta's Gamma, who also blocks me. Oh, yeah, so they're accusing someone of talking to the feds. So snitch jacketing, fast jacketing. Fast jacketing is when they falsely accuse someone of being like a white supremacist or a fascist. Okay, so I'm frustrated already, and I want to stop talking about this. Can we talk about something nice and interesting? Is there anything?
Well,
Hanukkah
is still happening.
The Festival of Lights. I'll go get my little Delia.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Hanukkah package. Or my Hanukkah thing, if I can find it. Where is it? I saw it in my bag here. No, what is Hanukkah?
I have mine right here.
Do you? So it's basically, oh, thank you, Farley. I'm glad you got one, because I lose everything. So, Hanukkah, what is it, Farley?
I don't know.
To find a menorah lighting ceremony near you or receive a Hanukkah menorah kit. So basically, I think the most easy way to understand it is it's a celebration of light in the darkest time of the year. So we're in the darkest time of the year. And let's see, dreidels, the temple, miracle of Maccabees, the Hanukkah story. So it has a story. The menorah, this is this iconic thing. Oh my god, I saw a cannabis menorah. Probably on the Sweet Girl's channel. She had a cannabis menorah, and she was like, was it her? And it was a menorah made of cannabis. Look at, she's just like, it's the Frosty drama is hot on her account. Bless. Oh, and this is the lady they're profiling. This is, see, this. And so she's somehow God-headed in the Antifa world, and the whistleblowers that are like, no, but she used that hand gesture frequently, maybe even for her clients. Yeah, because she called because she thinks another dancer is a Nazi. I'd just ignore it until she finds a new target. this is hard for me to talk about because I don't who to, so they're bullying a Jewish girl. That's what I'm getting out of it. Laughing my ass off. You support and protect L, an abuser. And I think this girl, I've actually been on her Twitter too before. It's like L Stenger. And I think she's doing this kind of like, was everybody being so mean to me persona? And I don't really get into this.
Sex educator.
Yeah.
Certified.
Yeah, certified.
11-year sex worker.
And so, FIRSTA, SESTA, legislation stuff. The anti-porn groups are successful in criminalizing porn altogether. So Pornhub had their big deal. So I don't want to get too much into that story. But what happened with Pornhub was, basically somebody finally admitted there was a bunch of monetized child porn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, Hanukkah tidbits. Pretty disgusting. Hanukkah. And then somebody was claiming that Nick Kristoff was getting all the credit, which he rides in as the white male savior at the end of the campaign, and then gets all the credit for turning the tables and causing investigation and that sort of thing. So, oh dear, you're not even in it.